Welcome. This is Charlie from Common Sense News for You with a new video about artificial intelligence where I will discuss the spread of this technology and its presence worldwide. So, in my last video, I got on a soapbox and focused on the use of artificial intelligence for fraud before explaining how to create a character using OpenArt.ai. In hindsight, I should have made two separate videos, but that damage is done, and this time I will focus more on the main topic. My focus is on informing those who do not live in the world of technology so that they understand the basics of AI and the potential impacts that will be coming in the future. For this video, I will cover the facts about how widespread artificial intelligence is worldwide and the battle to be king of the technology mountain, which is currently held by the United States. However, many of our allies and adversaries are on the fast track to catch up, and that is a bit concerning given the capabilities of artificial intelligence, especially for military use. The facts are sourced from Elon Musk's xAI tool, which provides the actual sources used. So for those interested, you can dig into the details because the sources are provided at the end of this video. One last thing, my next video will be about the conflicts between artificial intelligence and the First Amendment, which should be interesting, and censorship will be the issue going forward. But the real question is who decides what is censored and what is not. AI is global, and our Constitution only applies to our country. I'm looking forward to researching this subject to give you the answers. I hope you enjoy this short video, and thank you for taking the time to watch. As I have stated multiple times, artificial intelligence is here to stay, and it is not going anywhere, ever. The dam has broken, and there is no way to stop because the cat is out of the bag, and it is not going back. Only forward and getting better every day. The world is now in overdrive, competing to be the best in the world with artificial intelligence, with some countries using the tools to benefit humanity, especially in the medical community searching for the cures of the future. But, like everything else, there is a bad side as well. Countries that are all about power and control will present some very challenging national defense issues, because AI will be used as a weapon of war, and I have no doubt about that. On the other hand, we will face a greater risk of fraud, as criminals will quickly jump on board, with many already taking advantage of those who are susceptible. Dictators will love artificial intelligence because it enables them to control people through advanced propaganda and monitoring. And you can bet countries like China and Russia will use these tools, which they probably already are. Finally, the use of artificial intelligence for military means. This issue is too much to cover in this video, but it is rather simple. The United States must always be the king sitting atop the mountain. Okay, let's move on. Everyone should be somewhat familiar with artificial intelligence, and a good place to start is understanding just how widespread it is worldwide. Some of the numbers might even surprise you. My information comes from a query using an artificial intelligence tool from the social media platform of X, and the sources provided by this tool are listed at the end of this video. Okay, let us get started. 78% of companies have adopted AI technologies, and that is a very large number. But then think about it. Artificial intelligence is everywhere, and people use it every day without even noticing. 89% of small businesses use AI tools for everyday tasks, which makes sense because they are cash strapped, and these tools support the functions that drive their success without adding overhead. Of course, major corporations are also using the same tools for productivity, with the first pass being employee layoffs, which have already begun and will continue. One piece of good news, though, is that the U.S. leads in artificial intelligence, with investments 12 times those of China. That is a good thing because we cannot let our number one enemy lead in this technology. It is already going to be a major issue controlling China's use and misuse of artificial intelligence. The following chart gives you an idea of how businesses use artificial intelligence in today's world. The spread of artificial intelligence is shocking when you look at the numbers. Per XAI, there are 359 million companies worldwide, most of which are likely to embrace artificial intelligence to quickly enhance their businesses. The United States leads the world charge with over 29,000 artificial intelligence companies, followed by India with just over 8,000, and the UK with 6,200. I find this interesting because I would assume China would be near the top, but maybe not, and maybe we don't know. China isn't exactly open to publishing truthful numbers about anything. Recently, there has been much interest in generative artificial intelligence, where much of the technology's power can be displayed, front and center. So, what is generative artificial intelligence? Per Wikipedia, generative artificial intelligence is a subfield of artificial intelligence that uses generative models to produce text, images, videos, audio, software code, or other forms of data. These models learn the underlying patterns and structures of their training data and use them to produce new data based on the input, which often comes in the form of natural language prompts. Numerous Americans are already using generative artificial intelligence today, and its use is spreading quickly. The creativity with videos, music, and even business process improvements is amazing and visible everywhere. New creators are increasing as others learn these new tools. The U.S. is firmly ahead in technology and public adoption, and it is expected to reach 133 million users soon. To put this into perspective, this number is more than the combined total in China, Germany, and Japan. Now that is amazing, because having AI and users who know how to use it is a powerful weapon in itself. Of course, in China, the government does not want the public to use this tool because it could put the government at risk. Artificial intelligence is rapidly advancing and will only accelerate as technology advances. Every nation in the world wants to be the leader of the pack in this field, and the fight has just begun, with the U.S. in the lead. A lead we cannot lose. This article is short because it serves as a prelude to my next piece, which will address artificial intelligence and the First Amendment. Free speech is core to our Constitution, so there will be big battles over what can and cannot be creatively produced, and we are in for a lot of legal battles in the future, with some fights underway now. This baseline article gives you an idea of how widespread artificial intelligence is worldwide, and it raises concerns. The question for Americans is whether we will censor many of artificial intelligence's capabilities, while others provide free rein. I can't wait to see how this plays out. Once again, thank you to all who took the time to watch this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'm always open to suggestions and appreciate any comments received. My goal is to inform and fill the gaps that the mainstream media purposely ignore or censor, and to provide informational videos such as this one. Have a super day and know you are living in the best country in the world. Everyone wants to be like us, minus the progressives, of course. Signing off, Charlie.